Well, at a time like this, it would be nice to have an effective World Health Organization, one led by serious, capable professionals. That might be invaluable for beating coronavirus, or at least containing it. But we don't have that. Instead, the WHO is a corrupt mess from top to bottom. The current Director General of the World Health Organization is a man called ቴድሮስ Adhanom Ghebreyesus. He was previously the health minister of Ethiopia. Now, politically, ቴድሮስ was a member of the Tigray People's Liberation Front. That's a Marxist-Leninist Ethiopian political party. It's part of the coalition ruling Ethiopia as a repressive authoritarian state. After taking control of the World Health Organization, ቴድሮስ promptly tried to appoint Robert Mugabe, the murderous dictator of Zimbabwe, as an international goodwill ambassador for public health, if you can believe that. ቴድሮስ delivered a speech praising Zimbabwe as, quote, a country that places universal health coverage and health promotion at the center of its policies to provide health care to all, end quote. Now, that's lunatic. But bad politics aside, ቴድሮስ has endangered human lives, which is a weird resume point for a man running a World Health Organization. As health minister in Ethiopia, on 3 separate occasions, ቴድሮስ covered up cholera outbreaks in the south of the country. To downplay the outbreaks and protect Ethiopia's reputation, ቴድሮስ each time insisted that they were simply rashes of, quote, acute watery diarrhea. According to media reports, Ethiopian officials pressured aid agencies to cover up the truth about what was happening and hide the number of people affected. As soon as the disease spread to neighboring countries, it was obvious that it was cholera and identified as such. If ቴድሮስ had told the truth at the time, which he did not, lives could have been saved. This is the man running the World Health Organization at the beginnings of a global epidemic. When the coronavirus first broke out in China, China refused to admit international health experts into their country to assess it. To this day, it seems likely that China is lying about the number of infections and the number of deaths. Yet despite this, ቴድሮስ has publicly praised the Communist Chinese Party for, quote, transparency. The whole thing is Orwellian. And by the way, your tax dollars are paying for it. The U.S. gives hundreds of millions of dollars a year to the WHO. It amounts to a huge percentage of their budget. So how do they spend the money? Well, every year, about $200 million of the World Health Organization budget goes to travel for its bureaucrats and staff. They often fly business class, sometimes using fraudulent pretexts to do so when it's otherwise forbidden. Other aid agencies, respectable ones like Doctors Without Borders or our own CDC, ban officials from doing that because it's wasteful. This is the organization the world is looking to for guidance as it battles a pandemic that could